They'll blanket you in Wi-Fi and profit off the radiation. Congregation collecting the people for that Satan. I keeps it blazing, cause I can read between the lines. I ain't blind, we unwind what they're really saying. Genetically modify what you're tasting. Loan you that cottage promise, so now you live up in your mom's basement. Redesign time so your mind is always wasted. Programmed to crave the basics. Keep the beta in stasis. Pay the state, kid. You're in debt for being born. Messengers are more than just the price for being warned. Don't be alarmed, disconnect from their machinations. Stop subscribing to the folly of own nations. Bone breaking ain't the answer, cause they seek the ownership of souls. Spread the seeds and watch them grow. Break the chains of control. Break the chains of control.
Sweet eternal balance of all that is good, true, and beautiful, friends, and welcome to your very exciting 11-day. This is an 11-day according to numerology, and 11 is one of the master numbers, so it's a really big day for us. And you know, we know that certain groups in the world are misusing this day, so we're going to use it appropriately and make it good, true, and beautiful, which is going to be great. And it is also the second new moon in Pisces, and that is according to true sidereal astrology, which looks at where the things are actually at in the sky right now. So right now, the new moon is actually in Pisces. So, you know, if you're looking at traditional astrology, it's going to be different. So if you're thinking, wait, no, it's whatever, that's why it's a little bit different. So this is what I resonate with most, and that's why I do these things according to true sidereal. If you want to learn more about it, you go to Athen Comenti's site, masteringthezodiac.org, I want to say. It could be calm, but if you search Mastering the Zodiac or Athen Comenti, you're going to find it. And he'll teach you all about it. He's rad. He's also got a couple episodes on Rogue Ways, and you can go check those out too. Excuse me. So I hope you guys are all doing well today. What's up, Isaiah? Lindsay Smith is here. Awkwardly Awesome is here. Gordon Hamill is here. And I'm sure more people might be around. It tells me that 0 people are here, and that's obviously not true. So who knows who's out there? Come say hello if you're watching and haven't said so yet, or don't. Do whatever makes you happy. And just to give people some time to, you know, catch up and show up and be here with us, I'll just tell you a few things. First, I'll show you these rings. I showed you some rings and necklaces last time. I did a little quick thing on Thursday before I went live on Rockfin, and the necklace is the rose. No. Oh my God. You guys, what was it? Pink opal. The pink opal necklace and ring are both gone, but there's still these 3 available. This sunstone one might actually disappear pretty soon too, but I just wanted to let people know. If you know me, I still haven't got them up on the site. I've been quite busy doing readings and guidance sessions, which has been really awesome. I'm a very lucky person. I really, truly have never felt more fulfilled, so I'm very glad that it is profound and beautiful for others and for me. But just to say, these will go up on the site unless someone out there who has the ability to message me directly or is in one of the groups like Eyes Open or rogue.locals.com, you know, tells me they want it, and then it'll go to them instead. But speaking of, the site is one way you can connect with me. If you go over here to where it says connect up in the corner, then you can say what's up, send a little message, and I do respond to all of those, actually. Some people write and they're like, you probably don't even see this. Like, no, I see it. I see you. So that's a good way to connect, actually, if you're not in one of the groups. And I just have some articles and event notifications and poems and just some things like that on the main page, but you can also check out the books that I write. You can check out the tarot readings that I do. Earth, A Trough in Time is the newest novel. It's super fun and awesome. People who love it, love it. You can get it here. These all connect to Amazon where you can buy them. But you can also head over to the shop where you can grab them directly from me, signed, cheaper than you can get it for Amazon. And oh, right here where it says books and art is one of the places you can do that. I also sell ceremonial gear. If you're looking to start doing your own ceremony, then some of these might be fun pieces for you to do. I'm going to do more and more of that stuff as I go. I do educational and writing consultations and editing and help and support. I do make these crystal and stone jewelries, as you have seen the rings just now, and There's only 2 left up there, and whatever of these rings makes it up, but I have a whole new batch coming soon too. I do tarot readings. I do all kinds of tarot support. It can be as, personalized to you as we can make it, or as general as you might want if you're kind of a first time and you want to just test the waters. I teach lots of different classes, mostly about spiritual topics, and I also make and sell orgonite pendants and plaques that are super highly charged energetically and also come infused with a blessing, just like my crystal and stone jewelry does. And finally, you can get rogue gear and irreverent merch here on the site as well, down there at the bottom. So lots of stuff to look at. I would really love more than anything for all of you to come over to rogue.locals.com and join the club. There's all kinds of fun stuff that goes on here, like letting people know about these meditations and more. We just, the fact that today's a double 11 day, I wouldn't know that without our resident numerologist, and just all kinds of fun posts and informative posts, and, the posts about all the horrible shit going on too. But we just talk about all of it, and it's just a nice place where people can actually connect with one another as human beings and be real with each other. It's pretty cool. And unlike Facebook, you see 100% of posts and comments. 100%. All the time. There is no censorship here, and there is no weird fuckery and control of your emotional states like Facebook has admitted to doing. So it's a nice place to be, and I hope that you all come join there. Finally, I'd really love for anybody to head over to rockfin.com/rogueways, where I try to put up actually most rogue episodes for people who don't want to touch YouTube at all. But mostly I do my show Middle Path there, and I only do it there. This is the only place you can find Middle Path. It's not on the podcast, and it is nowhere else. It is just here on Thursdays. I stream live with Middle Path. This most recent Thursday, we did Ancient Temples and Alignments, and this show was really intense, in that we talked about all of these ancient temples and alignments that many of us know about, but we talked about a lot of the ways that they align with the universe, the earth, and even our internal bodies in very specific ways. And so we got to some pretty deep understandings there, and that's what Middle Path is all about every week on Thursdays. So go check that out. And if you feel so inclined, please become a supporter there as well. It gets you access to everyone else's Rockfin account, and there's more and more people there all the time. Chance at Interverse just jumped over to Rockfin as well. He did his first live stream today, so it's just a really cool place to be. And finally, let's get real. Let's get real and do a meditation. Who else has shown up? We're with all the enlightened souls, and we're going to lighten our soul today. We're going to bring light into our souls. We're going to become enlightened. We've got UI Guy here. That is our resident astrologer, not astrologer, numerologist. RL Gill, nice to see you. Love in the midst. Just showed up. Good. We were just about to get started, so you have perfect timing. I just like to leave this little image here for you. Is there a better place for my face to be? I guess I could just be smaller, huh? How about that? You don't have to look at this image. I do best meditating with my eyes closed, as many of you know, so my eyes will be closed the whole time. But some people want to look at something while they're hearing and visualizing and whatever, and just do whatever feels natural to you. It's your meditation. I'm just here to help us all connect and guide it. And I'm grateful to do so, but you do whatever makes you happy. So wherever you're at, if you're comfy, get comfy, lay back, lay down, close your eyes. Don't sit here rigid with your eyes open if that's what's best for you. Everybody's different. I really get sick of people being like, this is how you meditate. And if you're not having this type of experience, you're not doing it right. Whatever. You're doing exactly what you need to do. And that's what is beautiful. So do that. If you're driving, obviously, don't close your eyes. But even if you are driving, you can still join with us here, because you can be throwing out your subconscious can still be making connections and bringing you some depth. So don't think that you have to not listen to this. But anyways, it is the new moon in Pisces. And so we're still connecting with our deepest, our deepest self, our deepest intentions, our deepest, most sort of spiritually aligned aspects of self. And sometimes that's our most hidden self. For a lot of people, it is. You know, we haven't really necessarily had a lot of encouragement in this world to bring that forward. But we are also cultivating that spiritual path and our dreams and our sort of inner vision. But there is an aspect of this period of time that also is a connection with Taurus. I forget exactly astrologically what it is, but we do want to also ground some of that out. And so our meditation today is going to be really, really grounded, deeply so. And in that we want to bring some more like peace and stillness and balance to that, because otherwise we can get sort of like rushed away with that Piscean, watery, flowy sort of spiritual energy, which is great. We just don't want to let it completely overwhelm us. So we're going to keep it grounded and practical in that way as well. We are going to set new intentions. If we're getting started here, you can maybe already have some intentions that you know you have for yourself, and you can focus on those. I always like to set an intention for my for all 4 bodies, right? I want to set an intention for my soul, my spiritual body. I want to set an intention for my mind and my mental body. I want to set an intention for my emotions and my emotional body. And I want to set an intention for my physical body as well. And so I have intentions for all of those, and they might all be the same, right? It might just be, I want wellness, you know, I want wellness and abundance. I'm going to intend that I become more and more well and abundant in each of those areas. And it can be that simple, but you might have something specific in each one too. And that's just up to you. And in some previous meditations, we've written those down, but today we're going to just let them flow in our spiritual and emotional self. And so, but you can write it down if you want. But we also have a Venus and Mercury conjunction, which Athen Kementi was pointing out. So we might want to also think about how we're all connected in this, or like our relationships in life, and how these intentions and these, you know, inner experiences and inner goals we are having do affect everyone around us, and how that might affect our relationships. So you might, you know, bring a little touch of that to it. And finally, we're going to also address the Pluto square that's happening right now, that really highlights possibly some of our really deep fears. And sometimes our highest spiritual truth is our deepest fear. So it makes sense. So we're also going to address that in our meditation here. And so let's get started. I just loved this image because that guy is going exactly as deep as we're going. Exactly as deep. And it's watery. It's cool. It's perfect. So we're just going to start. I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm going to breathe really deeply into my belly. And when I breathe out, I'm going to bring my belly all the way back in, like it's almost like pushing the air out. Full breaths in, full breaths out. Breathing in deeply. And all the way out. Breathe in so deep. And all the way out. And when we're breathing in now, we're going to visualize what's good, true, and beautiful in all of the universe, that highest light, that deepest spiritual light that's everywhere and nowhere at once. We're going to breathe that light in. All the way down, filling up our belly and letting out anything that doesn't belong to us or doesn't need to be here anymore, that we can let go of now. Breathe in all that light, like a mermaid flowing in, made of light, and just flowing down into that big belly you're making, flowing all throughout your body, and then swimming back out, taking with everything that doesn't need to be here anymore. Breathing in all that light, swimming in, filling in, pouring into your whole body is filled with light. And breathing out what doesn't belong to us anymore. That light, that universal light, comes from the highest places in the highest heavens, and we're reaching all the way up to that highest spot. And breathing in deeply all the light that just pours into us from that heavenly, beautiful, spiritual light. And breathing out whatever we don't need. And every breath we take now, we notice is dripping down a bit into the earth. We've got filled up all the way up from heaven, filled our whole body with light, and we're just dripping and oozing a little bit down into the earth. And the earth is deep and dense and beautiful and abundant and raw, and it's really, really, truly good and beautiful. And we're dripping down into it, and we're going to actually see where those drips flow down, and we're going to follow one of them, or maybe all of them. Maybe you found a channel that's going down into the earth, and it's golden, golden light. You filled up with it, and that's what's dripping down now. And you're just following with it and going with it. It might branch off. You might choose a right or a left, but you just keep following it. It keeps seeping more. And that endless channel is all the way up to heaven and all the way down to this flowing light that you're seeing drip down through the earth. And it can do nothing but be abundant and flowing. It doesn't drain us. It's just connecting and glowing. And we're following it down, and we feel like something is actually down there, pretty deep down. And we breathe deep into it and follow that dripping channel that goes down until it breaks through into a huge, endless space of this inner ocean that's deep within the earth. And we're a glowing body of light there. Our glowing source has found its way here. And we're just drifting in this infinite potential, the deepest ocean. Breathing deep into it, all the way up to that connection to heaven. Brightening our light down in this space, in this very safe, endless, infinite ocean of potential. And we're going to take a little bit of those dripping drips of light from this source that we've brought all the way down here into the depths. We're going to put it, it's like a seed almost. We're going to let it go into the water. It's like a watery seed of light. We're going to let it go into the water. And this is our intention for ourself. We're going to put it down here in this deep, dark, dense earthiness. That's what every seed needs to grow. Everything we need to grow that intention is down here already. It was just waiting for us to bring our light and bring our intention. And we might have one seed for our spiritual path overall, and we intend that we go deeper and further and more healthily and more happily into that spiritual path, and that we remove more and more blockages from that path. And we're more and more in line with the highest vision of our best self. And that might be just one seed we release, just one drop of golden light that we leave here. And we might add each of our next drops to that. So it's just one big glowing seed, and we might have multiple glowing seeds that we leave in the water here. These little light water seeds. We're breathing deeply and watching our seeds start to germinate. And we're going to put another seed out. And this seed might be for our mental intention. Maybe we intend to have more clarity. Maybe we intend to have an easier time soothing our racing thoughts. Whatever we intend for our mental body, we're going to put more of our golden liquid seed into this ocean, this infinite, vast, beautiful ocean that's just holding us down here at the center of the earth. And just watch it float in front of you. And we breathe really deep. and we let out everything that we never needed. And we take another drop of light and we put it out, and we intend for our emotional body. Maybe we intend to have more peace, or maybe we intend to have more clearing of our emotional self. Maybe we intend to have a little less volatility, a little bit more soothing, a little bit more balance, a little bit more flow. We breathe deeply into it and we release that seed into this ocean. And we have one more seed that we're going to put out into the water. And this seed is for our physical world. And maybe that's our physical body and our health. Maybe it's our economic, our monetary world, that physical world that we have attachment to. Maybe it's something like our pets or our family. Maybe it's our house. Maybe it's our garden, our yard. Maybe it's all of those things. We're going to put our intention into the best vision and the highest goal we have for our physical world. We're going to put it out there, and we see all these glowing seeds around us. And we see them starting to germinate in this infinitely abundant, nurturing matrix of water. It gives its everything to the seed that the seed needs. We breathe deeply into that intention, and we know that that seed can do nothing but bloom and grow all the way up through all of that space that we covered to come down into this deep, beautiful place and just bloom into the biggest and brightest and most vibrant, growing aspects of our life. And we are so glad we feel how good that feels. And we're floating down here in this deep, beautiful darkness. And we look around and we notice there's some darkness that's a little too dark for us. That is a little bit scary. But we remember that we are literally made of light, and we grab one more bundle of light this time, this liquid swirling light, and we're just going to throw it right at that darkness and watch it light up and evaporate. And there's not actually anything there at all. It's just this beautiful ocean. And we might look and see another darkness that's a little too dark, a little bit scary. And we're just going to grab more light. It's infinite. It comes down to us from all the way up there in heaven. It's never going to stop flowing. We can just grab it and throw it right at that darkness and watch it evaporate. And there's actually not a lot left, but just this infinite, beautiful space. And when we're looking now and that darkest darkness is evaporated and everything's a little bit more clear, we notice that all of us have actually been down here together this whole time. We look around and see all the little seeds that have been sprouted off of these beautiful bodies of light, just swirling and floating and flowing. You can wave high if you want. You can just feel how cool it is to know that we're all here together. And we're going to take advantage of that connection, and we're going to all take a little bit more light, and we're going to push it into the center of this ocean. You see everybody's light coming off from them and being pushed into that center. And all this light is coming together. It's getting pretty bright. It's actually bright like maybe a second sun. And it's burning and bright and beautiful, and it's getting so much light from everyone pushing their light in there together. And it's going to just explode out. We watch it go through all of this ocean. It grabs all those seeds and gives them all the energy they need to just burst up towards the surface. And we're going to feel how beautiful this depth is, but also follow that light as it's going back up, giving lots of thanks and love to all the people and that ocean and the light that came to help nourish it. And just follow that light bursting out, coming all the way back up. Come back up through your feet, back into your heart center. See all the light there bursting out. It's the same light. It's the same bursting. And it's infinite. We'll breathe deeply again, feeling all that gratitude. And just how much clarity and peace and balance we have now. And one more deep breath in and one more deep out. And then we're back. And we can open our eyes. And woo, I went pretty deep there. I forgot I was even talking to you guys. You're like, I didn't. No, I'm sure some of you got that deep too. That was awesome. I don't know if I say it enough, but I have so much gratitude for all of you guys, every single one of you out there. I mean, we all just did this together, right? Like, I'm here talking, but every single person doing it is empowering it, and just how powerful it is for everyone else connected to it. So it's really everybody. And that's true of every show, every episode, you know, the locals group, like everything I do is really beautiful because of you guys. So I just have so much gratitude for you. And I'm so happy that we can do this together. And I just really appreciate that. So thank you all. I would love to hear any experiences that you have. A lot of times we do these, people will, message me and tell me like, oh my God, I set this intention during that meditation. And then like that day or the next day or within a few days, like this and this and this happened, and it can be very powerful. So let yourself really believe that and really feel how much energy we are creating together and tapped into it together, but also how much you have done in order to direct it. You know, that's your choice and you get to do that for you. And you can do that anytime, really. You don't have to wait for an 11 day. You don't have to wait for a new moon or, the certain like astrological energy. You can spend any time, any day doing types of visualizations like this and really, knowing that you are creating exactly what you want and heading exactly the direction you want. So until you travel exactly where you want, exactly how you want, creating, what is the deepest truth inside of you with the best possible love and emotional wellness. Travel well, aim for balance, and always look inside first. Mwah. Oh, and come back in a few hours to see Deborah Gets Red Pilled. We've got Adam and Deborah here on Rogue Ways. We're going to chat about all kinds of fun things. It's going to be super cool. So I'll see you guys there in the chat in an hour and a half. And yeah, until then, travel well, aim for balance, and always look inside first. Mwah.
The Bilderbergers called you. And I was like, hello? Hello? Ain't nobody answering shit, man. I mean, for real, man. I must have hung up. Phone rang again. And I was like, hello? Ain't nobody even answering, dog. Some real shit, man. They tapping my telephone.
It's really the real when you step to the plate. And it ain't too late to change your ways of being fake. Humans create with creativity, so make what you create to shine through. All niggas wanna do is shine. Make your few rhymes, but the deaf to the blind. For those left behind, I crept and I climbed to the top of my mind. And I found I've been taught to be conformed, and I was never warned of the signs. Crimes committed as an adolescent, now I'm trapped through the system stressing. With aggression and emotive, through passion and emotion, to set the truth in motion. They gave me Zola for a rainy day, and they gave me Zyprex to sleep my life away. Society's labeled a man to be bipolar. Might as well gave me heroin and Coca-Cola. This is how Western medicines work. This is also how Western religions work. And Americans work 9 to 5. Not asking the questions of how, when, where, what, and why. I remain on the quest thirsty for salvation. With a taste of blood, with a fallen warrior's dream of surviving this flood of chaos. Those who continue to judge a book by its cover are way off. Breaking these laws of a scarred prison, reminiscing of pain, taming niggas up in the system. Got us living a lie with a cry, nobody hears ya. Chances of life to revive an immortal lie. Breaking these bars of a
scarred prison, reminiscent of pain, taming niggas up in the system. Got us living alive with a cry, nobody hears ya. Chance to survive, to revive, an immortal alive.
We're conditioned to be housebroken and weekend. Labor all week, pay them, and with the rest, drown away the weekend. Wires and voltages set strategically to damage chakras. Make sure to take those prescriptions given to you by the doctor. Wash it down with contaminated water. Worship a holy father, eat trash food, remain drained for the slaughter. Mother Nature's now the Illuminati's daughter. Through molestation, unnoticed by the blind line in every nation. Not allowed to know God is present in each and every individual. Ancient truth forgotten except the Bohemian Grove rituals. Inbred bloodlines created unruly ruling class of elites cold as reptiles. The awoken even see the signs on the streets. Encryptions pass off as fiction and paranoia reaction. 33s and bows with skulls are laughing right now with Kennedy's assassin. 2 pillars burning. History repeats as I babble on truth. Write down our fate for centuries. I change their plans when I'm up in the booth.
Everlasting pressures of life got me up in the night, not knowing if I'm wrong or right. Something within me tells me to fight, and it's like I'm trying to find the true nature of being God-like versus religious beliefs, which indeed tells me I'm doomed from day one out the womb. They want us to be consumed with fear, with negative thoughts engineered to fear God, and that's to fear oneself, and that's real. You tell me that I'm imperfect, how is that when everything's for a reason? You forget that everything is meant to be, but they got us withering away, not knowing sacred geometry, which degrades philosophy of every soul, in which they try to control your mind with limitations, over exceeding your expectations. You'll be considered an outcast with lacerations, so I continue to master patience, creating ways to make it through the Piscean age that's getting close to the Aquarian stage. As I stand strong on my God-given rod, it's my life against all odds to penetrate these imprisoned walls that creates flaws and false laws. So y'all niggas better recognize before you die, before you had the chance to survive, and that's right. Breathe walls of a scarred prison, reminiscent of pain, taming niggas up in the system. Got us living alive with a cry, nobody hears ya. Chance to survive, to revive an immortal lie. Breaking these bars of a scarred prison, reminiscent of pain, taming niggas up in the system. Got us living alive with a cry, nobody hears ya. Chance to survive, to revive an immortal lie. Breaking these bars of a scarred prison, reminiscent of pain, taming niggas up in the system. Got us living alive with a cry, nobody hears ya. Chance to survive, to revive an immortal lie. Breaking these bars of a scarred prison, reminiscent of pain, taming niggas up in the system. Got us living a lie with a cry, nobody hears ya. Chance to survive, to revive an immortal lie.